Do. Hmm. Ha. They don't seem to be mind being hit in the head when there's visitors on the island, which sucks. Do 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 do. I make the island open to even more people at once, and I'm still getting only like one person coming over at a time. I don't get it. You're gonna shake the tree. Take the fruit. Thank you for following Trash Demon. That's a name. Hello. How are you? About the same, actually. Should have locked the queue on the island earlier. Well, at least everyone's starting to show up now, finally. At least it seems like it, anyways. Do, 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 do. Um, yeah, I guess I technically, yeah. I don't know why I thought about that for a second. Yeah, for me, and I don't know if he's just not my favorite, but he's like, he's just always been there, kind of thing. Um, so for me, it's Lobo. Lobo has been a villager on every Animal Crossing game I've ever played since he was added as a character. Until I got to this game, and uh, I don't like. So this is a weird thing. I don't like um, letting the villagers go. So the one thing about this game that I like, unlike the previous Animal Crossing games, is even if I don't play for a long period of time, they're not going to leave unless I say they can leave. And despite the fact that like I'm not technically attached to any of the villagers I had, I didn't want to get rid of any of them either. So, but back early on when I didn't understand how the game worked, I inadvertently lost um, Diva, and I ended up getting Meringue. Meringue moved in and took over. Didn't intend that to happen, but it happened. Eventually, I did decide I was going to let Angus move off the island because I got the Lobo amiibo card, and I was like, "Ooh, I can have Lobo." So I decided I would part with Angus. I parted with him. I've got Lobo now. This is his house here. Boom. Um, and I was quite happy. And then one day I was kind of racing through things, and I wasn't paying attention. And who did I lose? I'm trying to remember who I lost now. I lost somebody else by mistake. Um, and so I panicked, and I was like, "Oh God, I screwed up. I accidentally like hit okay, yeah, leave to somebody who was saying they wanted to leave. I don't even remember who it was now, which is really bad. Because again, it's not like I was really attached, but I also didn't want to lose people. Um, I I personally like ducks, and Bill was one of the first. Was actually the first person on my island. He was part of the original people with myself and Phoebe, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, "Yeah, we'll. I might as well look for another duck." So I went through my amiibo cards, found another duck, started doing the inviting to the campsite to try and get them to move onto the island. But before I could get that far, unfortunately, Alice, who's just walking off screen there, moved in first. And for some reason, Alice never wants to move away, which is infuriating because I don't want Alice here. Like, I want her gone. Yes, Alice stole the spot. Or are you saying, wait, are you saying Alice stole the spot on your island too? Because that'd be hilarious. So briefly, while there was no one on the island here, I was like smacking her in the head with the net because I thought it was funny, and she got all angry at me. And I was like, hee. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just keep pissing her off like that by constantly hitting her with a net all the time. Apparently, I'm being followed by Animal Crossing. Thank you. Leanne Yu, it's from Green Arrow. Oop. No. I hate typing on this thing. I don't feel bad when Alice starts crying. The funny thing is apparently when there's people on the island, they don't seem to care that you're hitting them. Hey, I have 100 followers now. I already answered that. It's from Green Arrow. Thank you. Oh, I don't want to type that out on that stupid keyboard, so I won't. Maybe that will be more clear. Somebody's leaving. So, who's your favorite villager then? Pietro. Is that the sheep? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, I was gonna say that's the clown sheep. I know I have his amiibo card. You know what's funny? Now it's kind of bugging me because I can't think of who the other villager that I accidentally let go. Was it Meringue? It might have been Meringue herself. You would type it here in the chat. The island's locked though, so I'm not actually taking any more visitors, unfortunately. Okay, so let me. Yeah, it was Meringue. So Meringue's gone now too. Meringue is the one that I accidentally. Yeah, so instead of Alice and Lobo, I originally had Diva and Angus. Diva, I accidentally let go back at the very beginning because I didn't understand how things worked. I didn't even know Diva wanted to leave. I just Meringue was visiting the campsite, and I made the mistake of doing the whole, "Oh yeah, why don't you? You should live here," not realizing that that would essentially force somebody out. And she came back, "Oh, good news! I talked to Diva. She wants to leave." I was like, "Wait, what?" And again, not that I was greatly attached to Diva, but I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" So then, yeah, Diva joined, or sorry, Meringue took Diva's place, and then I when, like I said, when I got the Lobo amiibo card finally, I was like, oh, I could have Lobo. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Lobo, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna. So I looked at who I had, and I was like, all right, who am I gonna like least be the upset about, like be upset the least about losing, and so I decided on Angus. So Angus one day walked up to me, said he wanted to leave, so I wished him well, and I was able to get Lobo to move in his place. And then, like I said, I was rushing one day. I wasn't paying attention to what was being said, and Meringue wanted to leave, and I accidentally went, "Yeah, go ahead, Meringue. See you later." And yeah, and I ended up with Alice. So now I need Alice to leave. Believe it or not, I have a cousin whose name is actually Stormy. Her name's actually Storm, but no, everybody calls her Stormy. I'm pretty sure first person on that list. Not that it matters too much at the moment, because everybody can see the dodo code now. So now it's just waiting people out. I have a mixed opinion on names like that, to be honest. I think certain names are fine when they're a little different. Others, some I feel are a little cringy. To your earlier question, about the joining thing, though, yeah, like under normal circumstances, when the island's open, you would type exclamation point join in the chat here on Twitch, and it just gives you the link on where to go to actually line up to come to the island. But it's a public website that it's actually linked to, and people can there most of the people that are going to come to the island are going to just see it without ever actually seeing my Twitch. The good news is the site lets you advertise your Twitch on there, so some people will see it on there and then they'll come over here anyway. So some won't, though. Some are just literally in and out. They just want to sell their turnips and be done.